Today we're talking all about my new favorite knife, the Knives by Nuge Chickpea, and how my wife surprised me with it. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? I'm Carson with Cross and Copper EDC, and thank you for being with us today. If you're new here, don't forget to like this video. Everybody drop a comment below of your favorite knife as of right now, whether it's EDC or, hey, if you want to throw a kitchen knife in there, I don't care. Drop a comment, like the video, and if you're new, subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and as you saw for our little bit of an intro, I think I may have found my perfect knife. My favorite new knife. Now, I've only had this knife for about a week, and as you saw in the intro, it is the Knives by Nuge Chickpea, specifically with G-Carta handles in the brown trout design. I love trout fishing, fly fishing, whether fly fishing or conventional. So when I saw Nuge drop these, it was just love at first sight, if you will. So I thought I'd come on today and show you a little bit more about the knife. And I thought I'd tell you the story about how my wife surprised me with it last week. So let's get you flipped around for a closer look at the knife and a closer look at the story. First thoughts, just looking at it as is, you'll notice the awesome tapo design on the Kydex sheath. It is a taco style sheath, so it's just been folded over and fitted to the knife perfectly. Currently, it's got like a little belt dangler on it, and it's quick release, so you can get it on and off your belt quickly. I've been carrying it mainly in appendix carry, but I do plan to probably put a pocket clip on the sheath and remove the belt dangler. That way I can carry it in pocket because it is a great size. Speaking of size, let's get the tape measure and measure just how long this knife is. So, well, it'd probably help if I took it out of the sheath first. So here we go. From tip to, I really wanted to say tip to tail, but tip to the back of the knife is just under 6.5 inches. You're looking at really right around I want to say from the very tip, you're looking at just shy of a 3-inch blade. Fits in my extra large or double XL sized hand very well. I can get a nice 4-finger grip. Love the finger choil right up here at the front. And it just feels great in hand, nice and slim, super slicey. Love the acid finish on it. And one thing I really want to make a comment of, that y'all might think I'm kind of silly for this, but I really don't care. I love Nuge's logo. The K and the N, I just think it's really a really cool logo. This one is in Nitro V, and like I said in the intro, it's in G-Carta, which is a new material to me. I don't know too much about it, but have been very fond of it so far. And this is the brown trout version, so it looks very similar to a brown trout, which is actually one of, if not my favorite trout to catch. Great size, feels absolutely phenomenal in the hand, no complaints at all, just melts into the hand, and I look forward to using this more. And that's the crazy thing, that I'm not even lying when I tell you all this. 9 times out of 10, I carry a different knife every single day. And for the first time, this knife has been in my pocket or on my person every single day since last Wednesday. It has not left me. I have truly fallen in love, and it might be a stretch to say, but I might already go ahead and tell you this. This might be my most carried knife for 2025. I know we're not even in May yet, but this is a strong contender. It's been on my person every single day, and I just love everything about it. To the blade shape, the grind on this very slicey Nitro V blade that came stupid sharp out of the box. I absolutely love it. But anywho, a little bit on the story of how my wife surprised me with this. So I was actually lucky enough, a little backstory, to get to meet Thomas Nugent, who is the owner and proprietor, that's a big fancy word for you, of Knives by Nuge at Georgia Bushcraft last year. I got to hold some of his stuff in hand. And I had been seeing a lot of his stuff on the internet for quite some time. Best Damn EDC and Taylor Martin are huge fans of him, so I see a lot of his videos and him really talking highly about some of his blades. So I was so thankful to get to meet him at Georgia Bushcraft and hold some of his stuff. And like I said, I've got big meaty hands, and his most famous knife is probably the Wicket, and it just felt way too small for me. But then I looked on the other end of the table, and he had not this exact same, but he had a Chickpea. And I picked it up and was just like, wow, that just feels great in hand. I hope to own one of these one day. Well, I actually really haven't bought too many knives this year. I've traded for a few and purchased 2. So, you know, not a ton has changed in my collection so far in 2025. But hey, you know, that is perfectly fine. We're expecting a new baby, so obviously the knife budget's not too huge right now. But when Nuge announced that when Thomas announced that he was doing a trout or fish series, he did I believe it was a steelhead, a rainbow trout, brook trout, brown trout, and a redfish, and maybe, I can't remember if it was either muskie or pike. They both look pretty similar, but nevertheless, he was going to do a special run of these chickpeas in trout or fish-themed G-Carta. I immediately fell in love. I love to fish, and I love when two hobbies can meet, like knives and fishing. So I was so pumped. Well, I talked to my wife a little bit, and I said, look, this can be birthday present, Christmas present, or 5-year anniversaries this year. So it can be a 5-year anniversary present. I just really want this knife. You wouldn't have to get me another gift for the entire year if you let me get this knife. Well, she kind of told me, she was like, well, you know, right now, not the greatest time. What if you just sell some of your stuff on either Whatnot, which we're going to be new to Whatnot in a little bit, in a few days or weeks, excuse me. So be paying attention for some stuff I might be trying to get rid of on Whatnot if you're looking for some cool EDC gear. A little shameless plug there. But she basically told me, like, hey, if you do a Whatnot sale and you sell a bunch of knives, sure, you can get it. Well, little did I know through all those circumstances that she was planning on getting me this knife anyway. Well, drop day came and went, and if you're not familiar with how Thomas over at Knives by Nuge does things, most of the time his website is a barren wasteland because he's a one-man shop doing things out of his garage and just can't keep up with how popular his knives are. Well, my wife somehow, some way, got me this knife. And I came home last Wednesday after our Easter egg hunt here at the church, and there was a package laying on my side of the bed. And she just had this little bit of a smirk on her face. I was, you know, I had been expecting 1 or 2 packages to come in. So I go open it and saw Thomas Nugent on the side of it and was like, no way, this can't be. And lo and behold, she had gone and surprised me with this knife. I absolutely am such a lucky guy, one, to have one of Knife by Nuge's knives. Love everything about it. Fit and finish. Immaculate. Stupid sharp right out of the box. Love even down to the fact there's a sharpening choil, so you're not going to get up onto that part of the grind there. Love the finish on the blade. Everything about this knife, I love it. It is such a beautiful, beautiful piece of art and tool at the same time. But it is going to hold a special memory for me from here on out because of the simple fact that my wife surprised me with this, and this was kind of the pre-baby 3 gift, if you will. So it was so exciting to get to see this knife, get this knife, as well as just share that moment where everybody loves a good surprise. Everybody loves the opportunity to get something that they have wanted very much so. Like, it's been a long time since I've wanted a knife as much as one of these, and I have nothing bad to say about it. Thomas over at Knives by Nuge, if you ever see this video, know I'm probably going to be a lifelong fan now. I was already a fan of you and your work, but now that I get a chance to actually own it, I love it. You do some awesome stuff. And if you're looking for something on the more custom side, now, just a forewarning, he's just one guy shop, makes amazing work, but you're going to pay the one guy made in America shop price. So be prepared. If you want something of amazing quality, just like this chickpea, go check Knives by Nuge out. I will pin his website. I'll pin the chickpea as well. But go check him out and get you a wicket, get you a chickpea. He's got a ton of different awesome fixed blades. But I just wanted to make this video showing you this awesome new knife that I think is probably going to be my favorite knife of the year and most carried probably already. It fits all the criteria for me, and I just think it is such a awesome knife. And I am so thankful for makers like this, but most importantly, for an awesome wife that surprised me with this knife. So thank you all for watching, and don't forget, EDC is not just what's in your pockets, but it's what's in your hearts and minds as well. So make sure all of your EDC is helping you have the best day possible. Thank you.